Hello, this is Crow for crowscrapology.com. Watch us on YouTube, go to our Facebook page, and go to crowscrapology.com. Today we're going to talk about college football conferences. College football conferences are realigning. So we all knew that Texas and Oklahoma were going to the SEC in 2025. Is what came out yesterday was USC and UCLA are now going to the Big Ten in 2023. This is costing them both a lot of money to do this, but they're doing it because the Big Ten Network and the alignment with the Big Ten Conference and Disney. So there's a lot of good television revenue there, things like that. These conferences are going to be power conferences. The conferences are trying to take, like they took USC and UCLA, both because they're rivals. So they're trying to keep those rivalry games going. If they have to, they will break them up. If the school wants money, they want money. So the Pac-12 is pretty much disbanded. And the reason is, from what I heard from Petros Papadakis for the last 10 years, is it's a really bad conference. They've had bad people leading the conference. The Pac-12 network is a disaster. It doesn't generate very much advertising revenue or revenue for the teams. So that conference is going to be pretty much gone. So the rest of the conference is going to the Big 12, Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, Colorado. Then Washington and Oregon are going to, we believe they're going to wind up in the Big 10 with UCLA and USC. Oregon has a big donor in Phil Knight, who owns Nike, and Phil Knight's a complete leftist nutcase psycho, so he aligns with Disney really well. They agree on most everything. So Oregon, the Ducks, should be in the Big Ten. I don't know what you might even not even see names. The names might change to all these conferences because they're not the Big Ten anymore. So there's no geographical alignment anymore in college football. This is all getting twisted around for the money. Now, so that's the Pac-12. So we got Stanford and Cal left out. They're rivals, so conferences want to take both of them. I haven't heard of them going to the Big 12 or going to the Big 10. So I don't know what's going to happen to them. These major conferences, super conferences, are looking for schools that generate a lot of revenue in basketball and football. So that's the Pac-12. So now the Big 12's changed because you got Texas, Oklahoma out. You're going to have Cincinnati in, Houston in, Central Florida, BYU in. You're going to have Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah. Besides the usual Big 12 suspects that have been there for a while. That would be Texas Tech, Baylor. I'll probably forget one or two, but, don't hold it against me. Oklahoma State. Kansas State, Kansas is still there, and we got Iowa State there, right? There might be another Big 12, but like I said, don't hold it against me. TCU might be in there, but I need them out. TCU maybe. So that's those two conferences completely redone. Like I told you, the Big Ten, they're adding UCLA and USC. They added Rutgers and Maryland from the East Coast a few years ago. So this ought to be real interesting. The SEC is adding Texas and Oklahoma. Also, the SEC, we hear, this is not verified, but we hear that they want to go after Clemson and Florida State because Clemson has a rivalry with South Carolina, who's already in the SEC. Florida State's rival with Florida, they're already in the SEC, Florida. And then they want to bring in North Carolina and Duke also. Duke because of basketball revenue, not necessarily the football revenue. North Carolina gets pretty good revenue in football and basketball. So they want to bring those two in. Miami, they're fighting over the University of Miami, the Big Ten, and the SEC. The ACC, it either might go away or they might start pulling in schools from other parts of the country. and smaller schools that have made a big splash on the major scene once in a while. Boise State's going to be left out in the Mountain West Conference. You know, they've been in the top 10 in football once in a while. They have a pretty good basketball and football program. They'll probably get swooped up by somebody. There's some other schools anyway. So there's going to be a total realignment. These ACC schools are going to be up for grabs. You got Virginia and Virginia Tech are rivals. Virginia Tech has good revenue in basketball and football, really. Virginia good in basketball. You know, so we'll see. These small conferences like the AAC with Memphis and those type of conferences, they're gonna, if the conference is still around, if it doesn't dissolve, they're not going to be involved in the national championship picture for college football. This is going to be, it's going to realign to 3 power conferences, maybe 4, and you're going to find there's going to be 16, maybe 20 teams in a conference, and you're going to get whoever wins the conference is going to be eligible for the playoffs, and maybe 3 more, 5 more at-large teams. We're going to go to 8 teams probably. I'm thinking 2025 when Texas and Oklahoma get into the SEC, we're probably going to go to at least an 8-team playoff in college football. So college football, as we know it, the older guys, it's not going to exist anymore. There's no geographical rivalries or any of that. That's all gone away. And it's all gone away, and it's not, you know, college football, this realignment, it's not about the wood. You know, Louisville Slugger Factory is about the wood. This realignment in college football is not about the wood. It's about the same reason as why politicians become politicians, and why the U.S. is screwed up right now. It's not about wood. It's all about the dollars. It's about money and greed. So keep up with it. There'll be probably schools, signing contracts with conferences every day, or who knows, every week. Things will change. The ACC might be totally screwed up. AAC, American Athletic Conference, might be totally messed up and different next year or in 2 or 3 years than we've known it in the past. But the major thing is the Pac-12's not going to really exist, and the Big Ten and Big 12 are going to absorb most of it. Cal and Stanford are left out in the cold, so we don't know what's going to happen with Cal and Stanford. They are rivals. Stanford brings in some decent football revenue. Cal is pretty mediocre, probably about the same as Arizona schools in revenue in football and basketball. So we'll see. This is Crow Crapology. This is a college football conference realignment. Follow us on crowscrapology.com. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. And thank you.